Warning, the following is a rant. So if you like I got a cheek skill in another world and became unrivaled in this world too, you might as well turn this video off because it's probably going to bother you. But my gosh, I have something to get off my chest. I don't normally get frustrated with a show to this level. Not that I'm personally offended or anything, not that I'm gonna lose sleep over this. I know people like take whenever I rant, like, oh my gosh, dude, chill out. I really don't care. It's just fun to really get this off my chest. I really don't like I got a cheat skill in another world. Like it's making me angry. Like when I'm watching it, it makes me angry. When I turn it off, I don't care anymore. But it's making me angry. This show is just going too far with its oblivious main character, with the whole aspect of his changing appearance and how dumb he is about it. The characters themselves frustrate me to no end. This show is just... for the sake of the joke, it's offensively dumb. And I have to rant. I just have to do it. But no, I did my first impressions of this series, and honestly, I was kind of up in the air. Most of my concern was around the studio itself. And partially because I just don't care for this writer. Miku, who did Fruit of Evolution, they obviously have something, like this is their thing they love doing, is chubbiness fixed by Isekai. I think this is every single one of their stories is fat person, bully, isekai, hot, fixes problems, and then never makes a statement out of it, at least so far. But they're doing it again with this one. Like, it was to the point where I was like, I wonder if the writer of Kiss Him Not Me and this writer were like bunk buddies in college or something. That one was worse because I didn't get offended by that either. It was more of a thing of, like, I kept telling people, please don't think this actually works. Girls out there, if you're upset about your weight, do not do this, think you're going to lose weight. If you, what was it, like, she stayed under her covers for an entire week and didn't eat anything, and then suddenly, boom, she lost all of her weight and all that extra flab. Like, she perfectly thinned in, and no stretch marks or anything. Like, it's just like some kind of... I don't know, like a crock pot or something like that of beautician. Like, don't do this, girls. This doesn't actually work. They should have put like a little label on the bottom of it saying, please do not try to do this. But I joked about the fact in the first episode, it made no sense this guy physically changes. His body, physically, his face and everything physically changes. And yet he never looked at a mirror. He got his new outfit and everything without ever seeing a mirror. It was odd that it didn't take until he went to school and people were saying that he looks different before he goes to his mirror and says, oh my gosh, I'm different. Just your cheek, inside your cheek, if your face changes that much, you would tell because you don't have as much going into your teeth when you're chewing and stuff. Like, it's literally impossible for him not to know that his face changed. But that aside, like, I was like, okay, it's an interesting concept. We'll see where this goes. Episode 2 and 3 were just... so frustrating. Like, it absolutely frustrated me. I just cannot stand this. So the idea is that Yuya goes to this new school. Like, this hot girl that he saves shows up and says, oh, you're obviously Yuya because your eyes are the same. Not really, but okay. Like, his actual character design changed, but his eyes are the same. It's sweet. He gets invited to this prestigious school because he was so cool. Like, she invites him over, and they accept because... she's obviously hot girl that's the daughter of the dean of the school. So, open invitation. But what first frustrated me is that he goes to this new school and he's moving around. He's like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Everybody's having so much fun. Everybody thinks he's super hot. Everybody's like all over him. Everybody's constantly looking at him. He constantly thinks they're looking at him because he's ugly, which still at this point he's not getting. I understand that trauma. Like, you've lived a lot of your life being not attracted to other people, being overweight or whatever, and then having to kick those habits. But he's going through a thought process. Like, this isn't just a knee-jerk, oh crap, that's right, I changed. He's going through a thought process here that's always kind of consistently keeping to what's not actually true. Again, if you're thinking it through, and you realize, oh yeah, that's right, my face is kind of different, I feel it's kind of different, you're eventually gonna get that conclusion. He never does. He never comes to conclusion that he is hot. But... the thing that the first trigger to make Andrew angry was at the end of this episode. So he goes through this whole process, meets everybody. They're super cool. Everybody's super cool. He's having a lot of fun. And then it gets to the later part where he's making the decision if he wants to stay there or not. What's his key thing that he brings up? Everybody here's so nice. I just want to punch a wall. Like, This writer literally just went through this whole process to instill upon the viewer this school is better than his old school because everybody's nice. No, this school is better than your old school because nobody knows that you were different. It's because you're hot now that you're having a good time. It's I don't normally get like upset about things like this, but this is like terrible message. Like this is an absolutely terrible message to have. I know the core concept here is guy had it rough. I'm happy that he's now has happiness. It's sad that that happiness has to be found through he himself changing rather than people around him or who he surrounds himself with changing. There's no character growth to those around him. It's just change environment and self at the same exact time. So it's a nasty message in the end. It's a really nasty message. Just become hot, bro. Just become hot. Things change and fix. But that's literally what it's saying. He himself, because again, he doesn't ever acknowledge that he's now hot. He himself thinks this school is better because old school mistreated him, but never connecting the fact that it's now because he's hot and everybody's attracted to him. And I think there's probably a charisma stat or something like that that's probably applied to it as well, but it's still the fact that he's hot. And it's just, like I said, it's like, really. And I let it pass. I literally let that pass. But then going into the next episode, what's the core concept here? He goes to this mall because he needs new clothes. And when he's there, it's like he's walking around and there's this back conversation about this actor, this model not showing up. And so I'm like, yeah, we know where this is going. They're going to bump into Yuya and they're going to invite him to be a part of the photo shoot. Because why? Because he's hot. So once again, his hot status ends up getting him attention from this photo shoot. He has the photo shoot, and the entire time he's wondering if they're going to be, okay with him because he's not hot, even though he's hot. And then it all kind of concludes with this fight where the guy finally shows up and he throws him on his back, and he's like, oh crap, everybody's going to be angry because the ugly guy beat the hot guy. And I'm like, no, you're hot. It's going to be perfectly fine. Once again, what's the message? What's the message of episode 3? If you're hot, you can beat up hot guys. That's the moral of the story. Just get hot, bro. But it doesn't end there. I think this was the tipping point. Like, this is literally the tipping point. As I'm laughing about this for quite a while. Actually, this is mostly humorous. I'm laughing about this for the most part because it literally is the moral of the story is get hot and everything is solved, bro. The very end of the 3rd episode, I literally wanted to throw something. This girl that he saves in this other world, she's captivated by him because, again, he's hot. So what does she do? Well, I was attacked and nearly killed over here, and he showed up and saved me. He's still out there. All right, I'm going to go out and find him. And so she goes marching out into the forest, knowing full well that her bodyguards will come with her. She even says that. I know you'll come to protect me. So she literally drags all these soldiers out to this deadly forest where she nearly died and lost countless men just to find a hot guy, to confess to him that she wants to marry him. Literally, this girl is driven to put people in death and her own self in death because hot guy. Again, moral of the story is get a princess to literally charge into a forest with a bunch of men to die for hot guy. It's just, I hate these characters. I hate all of these characters. I literally hate them all. It's just so, it's so bad. And like I said, I get the core concept. The core concept is guy had it rough and now he's happy. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for Yuya. I think he's dumb as bricks, but I'm happy for him. But it's hard not to acknowledge the fact that the entirety of this story, the core concept is not Yuya finally having a good life. It's not Yuya being happy. It's get hot, get life. Get hot, get away with stuff. Get hot, get the girls. And that's the moral of the story. It's not fix yourself. It's not fix those around you. It's not fix your surroundings. It is literally just get hot, bro. And I don't think I would mind it as much if this show was comedic. And it was funny because with the first episodes airing, I heard a couple people say that, yes, Fruit of Evolution is a comedy. Like, there's no doubting Fruit of Evolution is a comedy. It was comedy that I didn't care for myself. But I heard people say that even with this one, it's supposed to be a comedy. I don't see that in the genre list. But if if something's supposed to make me laugh, it's not. This show is so portrayed as being a serious story. And so I don't get no punchlines, and thus I'm more offended than anything. But other than that, let's get it out of the way. Yes, we're still Milipenzi here, and thus the second and third episode weren't visually good. We're already kind of kicking in on CGI and really weird perspective shots. It's already going downhill. And I assume that. With my first impressions, I assumed that this was going to go visually downhill. I mean, this is Berserk Copcraft company here. They're not going to do good visuals. But I still think, aside from all that, the character designs are gorgeous. I think these girls are absolutely gorgeous, which, again, message, get hot bros and get hot girls. But I think even if it looked really good, I don't think I'd be happy with this show. I don't know. I'm probably going to keep watching this show just out of pure laughing at how absurd it is with that. And maybe that's what a lot of people enjoy this is because it's absurd like that. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm curious how alone I am on this. I cracked a couple jokes in the Discord. A couple people were kind of agreeing with me, but I'd be curious are people actually liking this for the story? Is it a turn off brain? It's a lot of it's probably wish fulfillment. And I mean, I can relate to the dude from the very beginning, but can't relate to him anymore because I just don't agree with the idea of get hot, get good life. But it's there. But let me know in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed me ranting about this stupid show. Hopefully it didn't offend anybody. If anybody's actually taking the show like super serious, I always welcome people to enjoy things I don't enjoy. I think every show somebody should enjoy. But anyways, that's my TED Talk. I hope you guys enjoy this video. As always, if you did, make sure to hit that like button down below. Hit the like button because I'm sure there's a lot of like super fans of this series are going to be really angry. But if you're new to the channel, make sure that subscribe button to get my content. I do news reviews, first impressions, top list. If it's anime, it's pretty much here. Additionally, if you want to support the channel more and you like what I do here, I have a Patreon link, a tips link, and a super thanks button down below, as well as a membership button. I greatly appreciate everybody that supports the channel, and y'all take care. And just get hot, bro.